Hello, folks. It's Halloween night. There's an hour left in Halloween, and the moon is full. So, on this science medium channeling live stream, I've decided that it might be really useful and cool to summon a demon. So, quick note on demons. Demons are the most common spirit that exists around us. They're nature spirits. They're pagan nature gods that are often wild and savage and monstrous. Of course, some can be good-natured. And so we can approach these spirits like we can any kind of spirit. There is a bit of a controversy in the community. I know many spiritualists who identify as such don't like to use the word demon because they feel like they're constantly accused of summoning them anyway. But in my case, I don't have any objection to doing that. I've been talking to demons for years. I probably talk to demons more than I talk to the dead. So now, one of the controversies in the community of those who deal with the demons is how's the best way to deal with the demons. So the traditional method is to invoke angelic names to control the demon and to protect the conjurer from any potentially violent demons. And there are other people, generally call themselves demonolators, who feel that that's incredibly disrespectful and prefer to develop a working relationship, an egalitarian relationship with the demon, analogous to the way a lot of pagans and neo-pagans interact with their gods. From my experience, demonolatry has its value. There are certain demons for which you absolutely can enter into those reciprocal relationships. You can engage in demonolatry with them. And there are other spirits which you absolutely can't. They are simply too violent and monstrous to be trusted without an evocation of angelic names. However, the demon I'm going to try to make contact with tonight, Vassago, is one of those demons that you absolutely can engage in demonolatry with. So you can have, an altar with him and engage with him reciprocally. In fact, he has a reputation as being one of the friendliest of demons. And in fact, he is often in magical circles, he's your training demon. So it's like the first demon you summon is Vassago because he is such a friendly and jovial individual. And because he's used to that, he is frequently, used to dealing with people who are new to the demonic. The problem, though, is, again, I wouldn't do anything with demons unless you've had lots of experience with spirit contact and protecting yourself and all of that. Another thing is it's a common misconception that the ritual is required. The ritual is required if you're trying to cultivate some kind of power, but for contacting, summoning, evoking a demon, usually the ritual is meant to be a kind of dial tone, to dial the medium into the spirit of the demon. Now, as a medium, I'm used to doing that anyway. Most demons have associated sigils. I don't know if you can see that. There. That's the sigil of Vassago. And so I'm going to meditate on this sigil and try to conjure him. Now, Vassago is a deliverer of prophecies, but his prophecies are often cryptic. So I'm going to now attempt through automatic writing and meditation to get into my channeling space and speak to Vassago. So getting into the channeling space. I'm going to stare at this. Maybe I'll redraw it a few times, just kind of abstractly. Vassago. Vassago. I am here. I'm connecting with his presence, but he's not fully downloaded yet. Hold on. Vassago is kind of speaking through me, so he's saying, "Greetings. What do we want? What are we interested in?" Well, Halloween was a time of prophecy. Can you give us a prophecy for the coming year? Get better, but also worse. Diversion, splitting, fate turns. He's laughing now. He likes to give really sort of cryptic answers. Can you give us a prophecy for the upcoming election? No, I think he's kind of, where consciousnesses are kind of merging. It's a kind of possession. And I think that'll be a fun surprise. Can we look forward to the pandemic being over by at least like the end of the summer? Maybe that seems fair. Do you have any? Like, this is more powerful coming through than any spirit I've ever encountered. A spirit of the dead I've ever encountered. Vassago, do you have any advice for those who are new to demonology? They want to start maybe contacting spirits. So he's showing me a vision of a person standing in a circle with a blade in one hand and fires dancing all around him. Something like that. And I'm interpreting that as, just get into it. Get trained, learn the classic magic. I think this is more of the demonology circle, the demonology type circle. So, is that accurate? You definitely prefer the demonology method? Yes, 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 yes. So there you have it. He would much prefer that you approach him in an egalitarian manner. Vassago, we've talked before on this channel about ritual purity, and what do we have to say about, like, there's no risk of corruption, right? Not from me. Yes, generally, this is me talking. Generally, Vassago is, again, an extremely friendly demon that you shouldn't have any worry about, like your house becoming haunted from him. So, if you prefer the demonology route, he's a good way to go. Thank you, Vassago, for your speaking with us today. Go in peace. Go as a friend. Go as a brother. Then should we need to call on you again for prophecy, that you can do that. Go in peace as a brother. Go in peace as a brother. He's gone. Okay, so now when we're going to come out, it's always an intense experience, especially with these guys. So, water. Pipe. Sometimes you just need that chemical stimulation because you're going into a trance and now stuff is coming out. So this was really well. It's been a while since I've done anything with the demons, and I've done mostly the past year. I've been mostly working with Jinn. The Jinn are a kind of demon, but they're nothing like these demons. I'm working with a lot of Islamic creatures and stuff like that, and they have a very different feel inside. And for one, they're very mute, and one day we'll talk to the Jinn. But for right now, excuse me. Yeah, demons when they come inside you. Bad phrasing. Demons, when they're inside your mind, your consciousnesses start to merge. It's very powerful. It's very physical, and so you see me like having difficulty breathing at some point. But even no goat sacrifices occurred. No oaths to Satan or whoever. Nothing like that. I think people have this misconception, especially true around Halloween, that all dealings with spirits are just get hit with a wave of like a contraction of the mind. It's all mundane. The demons are all around us. They're a natural part of nature. There's no real difference between the demonic world and our world. It's the thing that is closest to us. A lot of monsters from folklore are demons. Plenty of cryptids that they define stretch the definition of cryptid, right? Because a real cryptid is an animal that exists in folklore that might exist in reality, and a lot of these are there's no way that could exist biologically, but it's probably an experience of some kind of demon. I also strongly believe that aliens are, I'm quite confident they belong to the demonic realm. I don't know if that's where they originated. I don't think that's where they originated. But I don't really have any experience with the aliens. I know of people, of occultists, who have absolutely conjured aliens, and they're well, they have discernment. The occultists are the most discerning people, and they're yeah, that this belongs somewhere in the demon realm, but we're just not entirely sure where in the demon realm they belong. And there's always this paranormal stuff that occurs with aliens too. So anyway, as I do my best to stay awake and enjoy what's left of Halloween, I have this classic monster movie pack, and I think I'm going to go watch the original Frankenstein now with my last gasp, and then I always like to wait up until midnight. And just at midnight, I'll play like a Christmas song because now this Halloween's over. Now the season begins. So anyway, happy Samhain, everyone, and take care of yourselves, folks. Bye-bye from the Science Medium.